Oh no. Okay. I'm Lindsay Heathcock,
I am Daniel Heathcock.
and we are part of FAM. We moved into the Southwest Fondren area with Pastor Hannah in March of this year, 2013. And FAM has really been life changing for us as a couple and for us individually in many ways. It's it's really become one of the biggest things I've ever done, or I've ever experienced God doing in my life and in other people's lives. And I feel really blessed to be a part of it. In terms of me individually, the the chance to live in community has helped me to see my walk with God as a more holistic journey, where I try to see God in every aspect of my life instead of just the time that maybe I spend praying or reading my Bible, but God has become a part of my interactions with people, my work, my play, my rest, and I've really relished the chance to explore Christian spiritual disciplines um, while having accountability from my brothers and sisters. And so that's really helped me shape who I am and who I am growing up to become. I'm in a very foundational part of my life right now in my 20s where I'm trying to figure out who I want to be in terms of a vocation. And being part of FAM has been a big part of that. I think especially the three of us have really, Pastor Hannah, Daniel, and myself have really supported one another in our vocational journeys, and we've all been able to live out the calls that God is growing in us through FAM, and so that's been really, really awesome. And then in terms of the community, it's just so much. It's been a huge testament to God's power, and it's been so. Daniel and I are both very. We feel like we want our lives to be lives that strive toward justice, and that's something that we want to commit to with our lives. But FAM just feels so different from nonprofits that we've worked for, or just things that we see going on in the world that are good things, because it is so clear that God has been here already, and that we are following along in the work that God has already been doing in Southwest Houston. And so it's just been amazing to see how, as soon as we ask for something, the prayer is answered. Whether it's ESL classes for friends who desperately need to learn English right away, whether it's art supplies for kids who are creative and need to express that in visual ways, whether it's translators to understand one another better, or even just a hug when you're having a bad day. Just prayers are answered in powerful ways, and God, this is really God's ministry, and so that's I don't know if I've ever felt God in such a vivid way over such an extended period of time before, and in such a visible way. Lately, one of the things that's been really great for me is I've had the opportunity to ride with some of our new friends to church in the mornings. They are just such a delight and a joy to be worshiping with. It's amazing to me that they are so committed to come to Westbury every Sunday when they probably don't understand very much of what's going on since it's in a different language. And so that's been a huge testament to how the Holy Spirit speaks to us beyond the barriers of language. That's been really, really amazing for me to see. And it's really made my worship experience on Sunday morning so much richer. And so even just the seemingly menial task of driving to and fro becomes holy and becomes transformative in my life. A couple of weeks ago, one 7-year-old girl, she always wants me to be writing on pieces of paper things like "I love Jesus" or all the names of her friends. And so this one day, a really lively, fun song started being played. It was "Lift Our Hands in the Sanctuary," and so this child, she wanted me to write "I love to dance" on the sheet. And so I said, well, why don't we just dance right now? And so we danced in the pews, and honestly, I love to dance, but I never do in church because I feel embarrassed. But by her enthusiasm and her youthfulness and her joy, through that I was able to worship God in a way that I really like to worship. And I had so much fun with her. And I was really, really grateful for that. And so it's just amazing to see how each person ministers to each other in their own way and with their own gifts. And everybody has something to offer. It doesn't feel like work. It just feels like living life together. That is how I have always wanted ministry to be. I want it to flow naturally out of who I am, and who God has made me to be. So I'm just so grateful for this ministry, and I can't imagine my life without it now. And I'm excited to see what's next, and where God is leading, and it's going to be a great journey.